My name is Benjamin Nussbaum. I'm the CTO of AtomRain. I'm co-founder of GraphGrid, which is a product by AtomRain. We're located in Los Angeles. We've been working with Neo4j for about 5 years now. GraphGrid is an enterprise data platform built around Neo4j. At its core, with GraphOps, it provides all of the orchestration management for scaling up, scaling out Neo4j, starting from a single instance in a single region to a cluster in that region, and then even being able flexibility to span multiple availability zones within that region, and then scaling that cluster to multiple regions. So you could go from Oregon to Virginia to Ireland, Frankfurt, Sydney, until you've kind of reached that full global scale of Neo4j. And it also gives you the flexibility to change your core instance properties. You know, if you need to go from 4 gigs of memory to 8 to 16 to 32, you can do that all with zero downtime. Or if you need to go from Neo4j 3.01 to 3.1 beta, you could now say, do this upgrade, and it all happens with zero downtime. A lot of what originally drew us to Neo4j was some of the challenges we were running into with the typical relational database, just in getting it to scale for the problems that we were being asked to solve. I think in first turning to a connected database like Neo4j as a native graph database, we started to see a lot of benefits in just how the data was stored in terms of how it parallels the real world. The real world is connected, and the data that we deal with needs to be representative of that if we're going to work with it most efficiently. And by using Neo4j as a native graph database where it treats those relationships as a first-class citizen, it gives us a tremendous advantage when we're building these connected enterprise solutions where you're trying to do 360 customer view or kind of a fully connected enterprise with master data management, and you want to be able to kind of bring all of that data together into its connected state and understand how it's connected. So I think those benefits are what originally drew us to Neo4j, and just seeing that the future is connected data, and we need to really get behind that. So 5 years ago, we started focusing our team on that, and today we have a very strong engineering team building connected data solutions. I think some of the most interesting ways that our customers have used GraphGrid have been on the analytics side, using it as a way of orchestrating kind of a distributed graph compute type framework. With the orchestration to scale up and scale out, you can go from having your core Neo cluster of 3 instances where your applications are interacting with that in real time, and so they serve as those requests. But then you have a need for ad hoc analytics. And so now you can create another grid, which is just a logical grouping of instances, and say, this is my analytics grid, and these instances need to be 10 times bigger, because a grid controls the region where your instances are deployed, as well as the instance type, the IOPS, and all of those attributes about those instances. And with that, you can have very efficient control to say, okay, now I have this set of instances that are 10 times bigger. I can run all my ad hoc analytics. I can even scale out this grid to have 40 instances in it if I need to do some heavy offline compute temporarily, and then bring it back down, all without impacting my core cluster that are servicing my real-time requests for my application. Yeah, I think, heading into 2017 for GraphGrid, we're really looking to be validating more of the self-service dashboard that we've been bringing out and starting to pilot with some of our customers. So far we have kind of this fully managed capability where we're doing fully managed service with Neo4j, and I think the dashboard will put a lot of the control of that flexibility that we have whenever we're managing the operations in the hands of our customers. And I think that'll be a really exciting benefit that our customers get throughout 2017. As we look towards 2017 and we see the adoption of Neo4j continuing to increase, we still see that one of the biggest challenges is in the operational component for many customers from startups to enterprise. And I think a lot of our experience over the last 4 years of running Neo4j in production is what we've really tried to build into the GraphGrid platform. And we see it as a way to provide that foundation and to provide that foundation for any company to get up and running with Neo4j very quickly, especially if they're in AWS, and to provide a way to bring a lot of the community together in terms of being able to deploy and run, all of the different plugins and extensions and the APOC procedures and everything that are out there in the ecosystem. Being able to bring all of that together, and I think really provide an efficient way to get up and running and just kind of accelerate that adoption even more.